Hey, everybody. As you know, by watching this, the new report, the autopsy, is that Bob Saget died from what the examiner believes was a significant blow to the head or a fall. But a number of people are questioning that. And I just listened to noted brain surgeon, speech on this, and his take was that the only way a blow up could hurt Bob Saget to the point of death was if it happened as the result of a fall from a high level or a car crash. And I began to think about what happened to me at the 2010 Oscars when I went to Hollywood and Highland for a Saturday press conference. And this is actually on video here at Zenny62 YouTube, and at least the result of it. And I went through this, first of all, got off at the Highland Park, just next to the Dolby Theater, or the walkway, which is the sidewalk that holds the stars in the sidewalk, where they have their name plated, put in the sidewalk. And this is a very rainy Saturday, unusual weather day for Southern California. And I happened to be wearing a kind of rubber sole shoe that I didn't realize was going to slip on that kind of marble terrazzo pavement they have outdoors. And that's exactly what happened. I turned the corner and I slipped and fell right smack on the back of my head. My head hit that pavement, and it hit hard. It hit so hard that I thought I was dead. And the world had closed into black, and then it began to open up. There was a fellow at the end of what looked like a tunnel to me asking me if I was okay. And I said, "Get me out of here." And what I meant by that was, get me out of this tunnel. I wasn't really in a tunnel. I was on the pavement, but it looked like I was in a tunnel. And as I began to come to, the black surround faded away. I saw his face. He pulled me up, and he asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital, and I said no. In retrospect, I should have, but I didn't. And I turned out okay. I went home that night home was my hotel room in Beverly Hills at the Crown Plaza. And I got a gigantic bag of ice from the hotel people, a series of them, and I put them on my pillow, and I slept on that bag of ice. That's what I did. I knew I hurt my head. I just didn't know how bad. But if the Bob Saget autopsy is to be believed, I should have died. I didn't. So something, and I'm saying just from my experience, something or someone had to hit him with a much greater force to cause what happened to him, to cause this internal bleeding, this damage about the skull, quite literally the moving of the brain in his head, and for an examiner to say, for a brain surgeon to say, well, the only way he could sustain those injuries was to have fallen from a great height. Which begs the question, what happened that night to Bob Saget? It is absolutely suspicious to say the least. More suspicious now is the reaction of the security of the hotel. Did the hotel have something to do with this such that maybe they're only pointing to half the story? Because the place that Bob died was the hotel facility. That's where he died. Now, you would think an honest broker would say, my God, we're sorry this happened here. We're going to do a full investigation using the cameras on the grounds to see where he went to get to his room, to see if anything happened to him. Anything. But their attitude is atrocious. And as I talk to you about this, as I vlog this, it feels like something is being covered up. There, I said it. And I think the lodge staff, lodge is another word for hotel room, and the executives have some explaining to do. They have some investigating to do to exonerate themselves before this really gets bad. And that's exactly what's happening. It is getting bad. Something happened to Bob Saget. He didn't just fall. And I can tell you as a person who's just fallen, and I didn't die. He shouldn't have died either if that significant fall happened like it happened to me. Get the cameras around the facility. Track them. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark localnewsnow.com.